If I could teach one skill to improve someone's career, just one, it wouldn't be coding, networking, or leadership training. Not because those don't matter, but because none of them work well if people don't trust how you think. The skill that quietly changes everything is clear thinking and clear communication. Most career advice focuses on adding more tools, more hustle, more credentials. But careers don't stall because people aren't working hard enough. They stall because ideas aren't landing. And when your thinking isn't clear to others, your efforts don't convert into opportunity. People assume success comes from being the smartest person in the room. But across industries, business, retail, healthcare, tech, education, the people who advance fastest aren't necessarily the smartest. They're the clearest. They make complex situations easier to understand, especially under pressure. The skill behind that clarity is structured thinking. Structured thinking means you can take a messy problem and organize it. You can separate signal from noise. You can explain what matters and ignore what doesn't. That ability is rare and incredibly valuable. Structured thinking is not about sounding impressive. It's not about vocabulary or complexity. In fact, complexity usually signals confusion on your behalf or the listener's. Structured thinkers sound simple because they've already done the hard thinking. This is why technical skills alone doesn't carry careers very far. You can be great at your job and still struggle if people don't trust your judgment. When your ideas feel scattered, managers will hesitate. Clear thinkers reduce uncertainty, and uncertainty is what leaders worry about the most. Now let's make this concrete. Imagine two employees with the same expertise, same role, and same performance. One overwhelms people with context, and the other organizes information and leads with clarity. Only one will get trusted with the bigger decisions. Clear communication almost always follows structure. Instead of rambling, it sounds like this. Here's the problem, here are the options, here's my recommendation, and why. This format makes it easy for others to think with you and not against you. And you don't lose them. This one skill shows up everywhere. It improves decisions, meetings, emails, presentations, and leadership presence. Over time, people start to rely on you, and reliance is what turns into promotions and influence. The good news is this isn't talent, it's practice. You start by leading with the point. You use simple frameworks. You ask what actually matters. And you force yourself to explain ideas briefly. That discipline will compound fast. Now let me show you how this plays out in real life. Imagine you're in a meeting. Your manager asks for an update on a project that's behind schedule. What happens next depends on trust. Most people respond by talking through everything. They explain the effort, obstacles, and history. They hope clarity emerges by the end. And let me tell you, it usually doesn't. The listener has already checked out. Structured thinking starts with the point. We're 2 weeks behind schedule. That feels uncomfortable, but it's respectful. You're not hiding the problem, you're naming it. Next comes structure. Problem: vendor onboarding took longer than expected. Options: compress testing, add temporary support, or delay launch. Recommendation: add short-term support to recover time. Now, at the end of it, everyone knows where you stand. This is where judgment shows up. The key issue isn't blame. It's protecting launch quality while minimizing delay. That tells leaders that you're thinking beyond just the tasks. Finally, you summarize. We're behind, but we can recover most of the timeline without risking quality by adding short-term support. That's it. Clear, calm, and complete. Notice what changed. The problem wasn't hidden, details didn't overwhelm, a recommendation was offered. That's what leaders look for. When you present an issue, present it with recommendations and ways to fix it. The fastest growing people aren't always the smartest. They're the ones who make thinking easier for others. Clarity scales. Structured thinking builds trust. Clear communication accelerates careers. If you want to learn more tools like this, practical and real world, please subscribe. To end this, I have another question. What's one situation where clearer thinking would have changed the outcome for you? I look forward to your thoughts.